Welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic. Today I'm going to show you guys this cool new thing that I built. It's a cube. It's just a giant cube with colors on the sides. And you might be wondering, why is this world just completely covered with random parts all over the place? I really should clean up. But all of these parts came from this cube. You see, this cube is actually a dice, like a dice block. If you just go ahead and hit it, bam, it's going to spawn a random part. If you just hit it, it spawns a random. There you go. I don't know what that performance anxiety was, but you just hit it, and a random part. That's just a block. Come on, give us a good part. Give us a good part. Oh, a wheel. That's a good part. That's a good part. So originally, this idea was actually a mod idea that I had that I wanted to make. Something sort of like this. This does nothing, by the way. This is just a colorful polygon ball. But the idea that I had originally was to make a mod part that was just a single block, or sort of like a D20 that you can hold in your hand, and you just sort of like throw it on the ground, and depending on which side it lands on, it has a different explosive radius, 1 to 20. So I haven't actually made that mod part. If any other mod maker wants to make that mod, please, by all means, go ahead. That sounds like a fun, explosive idea, especially something that like you could toss around in survival mode. Yeah, just a random. You don't know what it's gonna do. So that sort of inspired this build that I made of a 6-sided die. Originally, the idea was that each side was supposed to spawn a different item. Like a different specific item. So the blue side would specifically spawn this part, I guess, and like the red side would spawn an explosive or something. So yeah, what's that? Oh, I got a 2-for-1 deal there. A logic gate, cool. Red gives us a crate. Get out of here with your crates. Pipe. Oh, what's cyan gonna give us? A caution block. Okay. So basically that mod idea that I had like kicking around sort of inspired this 6-sided dice build. Originally this dice build was supposed to spawn a specific item for each side, but then I just sort of, I don't know, went with a random number generator from 1 to 160, and it spawns any of the vanilla parts. Just give it a whack, and it'll give you any random part. So that's all that I really had to show you guys today. It's like really not much of a video. It's just this random build. I'm gonna put it up on the workshop. Oh, a mounted spud gun. That was a good one. You know, the funny part is, while I was trying to build this thing, I got so many explosives that really ruined my progress. And now I'm not getting a single explosive. Just boxes. So if you look over here, you can sort of see the innards of another cube. This only has one of the part spawner and a ton of logic on it, but does it still have the accelerometer? It does, cool. So basically what it does is it senses any acceleration. Basically if you hit it, it's accelerating, and then we'll look over and see it has to stay still for a solid 2 seconds before triggering to spawn any item. And oh, it went ahead and triggered a... This thing still spawns logic gates. Okay, no. Stop. No. See, this was the problem with one of the earlier models. Oh, no! Every item that crashes down onto it registers as an acceleration, so it just spawns another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. No, what have I done? Stop this madness. I can't, Did it stop? I think it stopped. No! Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about how I built this cube. Just in concept, we're going to explain really simple, because if you open up the cube, this is a little bit more complicated, but we'll get to it. So this here is just a little testing rig that I had set up. It's just a couple of loose bearings and an accelerometer. This thing is going to measure a number value for however much it's accelerating. That includes rotational values. One accelerometer is all you need for the entire cube, and I sort of tested that here with the 2 loose bearings and just sort of thwacking it with a hammer. So this cube, I wanted it so that it can just sit there on the ground, and then it detects when you actually hit it, and then it would spawn a new item when it rests down on the ground again. So that's what I set up here with the accelerometer. Whenever we hit it, it's going to have a value greater than 0. So I just put a number comparison right here. We're going to be comparing the number value of the accelerometer to a counter block, and this is where you can set the sensitivity of this hit sensor. So right now I have the sensitivity at like 2. So if we go ahead and hit this thing, we're going to see, there you go. It no longer registers acceleration less than 2, but then as soon as it's slow enough, you'll see it's still moving. I got 3. Yeah, the prototype has some issues, but you can go ahead and see that if we just increase this a few, and then we give it another whack, you'll see that it's going to spawn those parts a little bit sooner than it did before. So that's how you can adjust the sensitivity of this thing. Just compare the accelerometer value to a counter value that you can set. Now from this comparison, it's just going to give us a true or false value. So whenever it's true, it's going to activate this logic gate. And this timer, which is just set for 2 seconds, of course you can just adjust this as well. Like if you want to adjust it for, 10 seconds after you hit the cube and it's settled down to the ground, it's going to spawn a part after 10 seconds. I just set it to 2 seconds because that's usually enough time for the cube to settle down and it spawns a new part. So this AND gate is basically checking if the accelerometer has been settled down beneath our sensitivity setting. If it's not moving for more than 2 seconds, this logic gate's going to activate. And this logic gate just activates a tick button to activate the spawner. The tick button is important because if it was like a regular logic gate or something, it would try to spawn a part every tick, or whenever there was like room to spawn a part, and that's going to be too many parts. So a tick button ensures that you only spawn one part. And that's really all that there is to it. You just check the accelerometer. If it's been settled down for 2 seconds, spawn a part. So over here I just have a math block with a random function to choose a number out of 160 in this counter block here. So whatever this random number is, this black number is going to set the part to spawn in this part spawner. And that's how we get a new random part every time, is because every time the part spawner actually spawns a part, this tick button also selects a new random number out of 160. So we can just go ahead and click this button, and we'll see a new random part spawn every time we click it. Even the kitchen sink. So that's the basics that I started with, and then I had the idea to put it in a 6-sided cube, except that it called for 6 of those part spawners. You can see there's actually quite a bit more in there than just this stuff. And then I also have a little bit of logic with, these are polygon sensors. You can barely see them because they line up really well with blocks, but these are sensors, and they detect right up against the ground for your side. So if something's blocking the sensor, then something will spawn on the other side of the cube. So this cube over here with 6 sides and 6 spawners, they each have a sensor on each side and an AND gate. And that's how I select which spawner specifically to spawn the next part. So when this sensor is activated at the bottom, the top spawner is going to spawn, and it's going to spawn a part on top of the cube. So no matter which way the cube actually falls down onto the ground, the sensors will make sure that the appropriate spawner actually spawns the part. Yeah, just like that. Hey, we got another sensor! Get out of here. A spaceship door? So you can kind of see how this place became a huge mess, and why I might have a nuke in my inventory. I still didn't get an explosive spawn out of this cube. I got it out of the prototype cube, but not this one. Where's my No, I got multiple toadbot heads. Where's my explosive? Give me what I want. That's not an explosive. That's not an explosive. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, those are a couple of big parts. Well, another toadbot. I'm genuinely surprised. Like, I got so many explosives in testing, and now I still, just give me an explosive. I have it in my hotbar, but I want you to give me the explosive cube. Potted plant. Thruster? Oh, that's not bad. Okay, I got like 3 of these. I got like 3 of those. Where's my explosive? I got... Huh? Okay, seriously? Look at this. What are the chances, random out of 160, that I got back-to-back onion boxes? Well, not back-to-back, they were like a couple apart, but... You know, I'm just gonna be sitting here hitting this cube, swinging my head. Like, look at that, another potted plant. I'm just gonna be sitting here swinging my hammer and not, you know, paying attention, then all of a sudden it's gonna spawn an explosive and I'm gonna hit it with my hammer without even knowing. Alright, well, that's basically all that I had to show you guys today, was just this build thing that I did. That's, yeah. Yeah, I should probably do some cleanup. Let's just clean up the old-fashioned way. I didn't even mean to set that off, but, okay. Hey, there we go. Anyway, that's all that I had to show you guys for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.